One New Jersey doctor is trying to bring awareness to a condition that is fatal to young children, called sudden unexplained death in childhood.
Healthy kids just don't fall asleep and die.
Vienna Carly Savino of Homedale passed away at home on November 12, 2017, approaching age 3.
We get the frantic phone call from a babysitter that, Vienna fell asleep watching TV. They were watching Power Rangers, and she fell asleep and she stopped breathing. She was going to take her upstairs to go to sleep, to actually put her in her bed. And that police were there, paramedics were on their way. I was driving. My husband was, he's an ER doc, so I'm sports medicine, he's emergency medicine. So he was the perfect person, to get the phone call.
Prior to this, Vienna was running a low-grade fever, and she also suffered 4 febrile seizures, but it was 15 months since the last time it happened.
They continued to try to save her. Really, they tried for at least a good hour, I would say, which is actually longer than typically how long the resuscitations last. And the next thing I hear, I'm saying to Vienna, I'm touching her skin, and really I thought that when she heard my voice and felt my touch, that really she would snap out of this and she would open her eyes and say, "Mommy," because as moms, we make everything better.
But Vienna never made it out of the hospital that fateful day. Her death is still unexplained after 3 years.
And so then the next thing I heard was from the ER doc is, time of death, 8:05, and at that point, then everything stops and what next? That's it.
While Denise and her husband were finalizing funeral arrangements for their little girl, they got a call and first learned about SUDC.
Talking to the medical examiner, she said, I found nothing wrong. You took really good care of your daughter. If everything comes out normal, this is going to be a case of sudden unexplained death in childhood, SUDC. I said, "What is this?" We have no idea what this is. We're 2 physicians. We never heard about this.
It affects approximately 400 children annually between the ages of 1 and 18. So it's actually the 5th leading category of death in children ages 1 to 4. So in that toddler age range, the challenge that we face right now is that we don't know enough about this category of death to prevent it or to talk about prevention strategies. And sometimes I think that makes people kind of stray away from talking about it because it's scary, to have something looming out there that's unpredictable and unpreventable. But that's, I think, exactly why we need to talk about it, because the more we talk about it, the more research that goes into trying to find out why this happens, who it happens to, and who is susceptible.
And finding research and spreading awareness is the mission of mom and Dr. Denise Wunderler through her efforts of Team Vienna.
So 3 months later, essentially when Team Vienna was born, it was when I wanted to do something active. I wanted to do something to honor her, to remember her. And I look at my phone and I see all these messages of friends of mine, pictures. They had their Team Vienna shirt and supporting, and I was in tears. I was like, oh my, I was just, just felt very not alone.
Denise and her now family of 4 get by with help and support from their friends and family and Team Vienna.
I want everyone to know Vienna's story. Like today, if I could have everyone know her story, because if it's a personal thing, if they just see the words SUDC, oh, it's SIDS part 2 and older than 1 year old. It doesn't really mean a whole lot until then you have, her gorgeous face that you put to that acronym.
To learn more about SUDC, you can log on to our website, njnn.tv. Reporting for New Jersey News Network, I'm Kimberly Kravitz.